And welcome back to beautiful Lee Summit West High School. We've got one more to go here in showcase number 30. This one's going to be a dandy. This is the Firebirds making the trip down from Lawrence Free State. Going to do battle with the host of this tournament, Lee Summit West, the Titans. We are seconds away from tip-off. I'll run through the starting lineups. Daniels, Thompson, Daniels, Brown, and Milneck for the Firebirds, and for the Titans, Watson, Mayo, Williams, Salinas, and Bishop. Coach, there's a lot of athleticism out here on the court right now.
I'm telling you right now, those officials, I hope they have got their running shoes on, because this thing is going to go back and forth like a track meet tonight. And I'm excited we get to be a part of it.
And we are underway. Tip's going to go advantage to the Titans. That is Josh Salinas, the 6'2" junior. Going to be running the point to start things off. Gets it over to Chaz Watson. He's certainly an electric player. Right side down in the corner. Quick three. Can't get the roll. Rebound going the other way for Lawrence Free State.
Well, Lawrence Free State's slowing down here a little bit. I saw them play earlier in the year, and they
right,
and they probably will. Live ball turnovers, missed shots. I'm sure they'll get out and run, and they can run too. They can take the ball to the basket. They really look to attack the basket in the full court.
Zeke Brown, the sophomore. Talk about a pure shot.
Yeah.
There was nothing but on that one. Make it 3-0, 7:09 left to play in the first. Titans doing a good job. How about that for good ball handling and passing? David Mayo thought about it. Instead, he decides, Chaz Watson, you take the trifecta. He gets it to go, and we're all tied up at threes. Just Tate Daniels getting it back up top. Jalen Thompson, big 6'5". Back, a little around the world, top left wing. Baseline pass. Nice to back him off a little bit. Little baby hook, can't get that one to go. Titans with the rebound. Here comes Josh Salinas. Kicks it left side. Chaz Watson with a hot hand early. That one's going to go off the hand, I believe, of Dre Daniels.
Nice job catching there in the high post. Typically your order of looks is basket, buddy, opposite. He did all three of those things. Went basket, buddy, and just couldn't quite get it to him.
Mayo to Williams, to Salinas, underneath to Mayo. Can't get that one to go, no foul. And talk about that speed and that transition offense. My goodness, it's a circus in town. What an acrobatic play. That was number 5, Tate Daniels. Making that one look easy, but it was anything but. 3 ball, good look, a little bit off the mark. And the Firebirds have a chance to increase their lead, which is at 2 right now, 5-3. That was short-lived. Going back the other way, here come the Titans. Pass inside.
Nice pass. I'd say the interior passing so far has been absolutely stellar.
My goodness. I mean, they are sure passes. And,
yes.
You know, we've talked several times throughout the day about how, you know, some of the times that you see the players with that one-arm pass or kind of a light, kind of a wet noodle sort of pass, but these are sharp and crisp, kind of a throwback.
100%.
Well,
and you also notice that they are spot on and right where they need to be.
Right. Might have something to do with the pedigree of Sharon Collins. KU, great. More on him in a little while, but we are all tied up at 5s. Nickel apiece for the Firebirds and the Titans. Appreciate you watching us here on 810varsity.com. Sean Brewer, Coach Jeff Walton with you on the call. Settle in, grab the popcorn and a nice refreshing beverage, which is probably water on a Saturday night, I would think.
Like that misdirection play, they had their shooter coming off a double screen and they turned and looked to the opposite side because the flow was coming to the left, looked for a back cut on the right. That was really nicely set up, but very well defended.
And the student section here. East West. They are letting their presence be known in a good way. How about that put back?
Establishing control here early, it looks like, making sure they're saying, look, you can't put both hands on them in the post. So they're establishing early how they're going to let them play down there.
Interesting.
Yeah, because he didn't look like he was trying to displace him, but all he just had both hands on his back, and he was like, nope, not tonight.
And another 3, why not, for Zeke Brown. Doesn't go that time, but he's going to have another chance here. Kicks it back out top to Dre Daniels. Back down to the corner, nice little fake. Baseline, short corner, no good. Rebound. Big number 12, that's Bryce Mitchell, 6'6" junior for the Titans.
Great
good
hands.
Look. Well, I guess that's one way to make sure that it doesn't go out on you. It's kind of like a howitzer, my gosh.
My gosh, that thing didn't shoot out of there.
Does you play defensive end or quarterback? Golly.
Great out-of-bounds play versus a zone.
What a it's exactly right. Yeah. That is textbook right there. Executed beautifully, and we're all tied up at 7s.
Yep, they forced the middle and low guy to take the 2 that flashed, and then all of a sudden right down the pike, here comes the open spot of the zone. Beautifully set up.
Well coached, fundamentally strong squads. There are some hard screens being set. good look at the three, just a little bit hard. Here come the Titans.
Nice crossover.
There's Bryce Mitchell. Can't get that one to go. Rebound in transition. Zeke Brown, right side. Thought about popping the threes.
Oh, what a ball fake.
My goodness. Only a sophomore, Zeke Brown. Cut it out, my friend.
Awesome ball fake. Might have wanted to find the backboard on that one. Does wonders for the shooting percentage when you're down there.
You know, we saw Coach Mike McBride from base earlier. You couldn't exactly read his lips, but you could tell that he was a little upset at what he was seeing. I think we're going to see the same thing. Schreiber over there of the Titans, he is not happy. He's staring down.
Still encouraging them, aren't they?
It's a teachable moment, Coach. That's exactly what it is. What are they going to call there? Yeah, he wasn't sad. That's going to be a blocking foul. Might have been a little theatrical there.
Tell you what, it was a nice pick and pop. He gave that short little hesitation and drove it baseline.
All tied up at 7. 3.5 to play in the first. Almost lost the handle. There's some good hustle.
Oh, my gosh.
Thought we were just about to see some razzle-dazzle. Instead, we are seeing some fantastic hustle and effort. Zeke Brown with his 4th and 5th points of this contest puts the Firebirds back up by 2.
Here, I thought we were going to see a dunk right there, I was thinking.
But they did give up on the play. All you youngsters out there, that's called pure hustle. You can't teach that. Going back the other way, Dre Daniels. Let me go ahead and slow down just for a second. Dash Johnson checks into the game for 15, 5'10". He has got some handles. Jalen Thompson in the paint. That was a contested. Oh, they're going to call it jump ball on that one. Wow. Going up with him was Bryce Mitchell, the 6'6" junior, on the possession arrow. It's going to stay in the hands of the Firebirds, but a steal coming down the other way. I think what happened there is Bryce Mitchell didn't like that no call, so he said, you know, I'm just going to get it back myself.
Okay, I don't know, the degree of difficulty I still think is tough on that. He's going hard, he's being bumped, he stops on a dime, goes up and gives us a nice little teardrop over the rim, nice soft touch. Man.
Zeke Brown in that first step of his, that's pretty filthy. You know what else is? That's that corner shot, another pure looking shot. That was Dash Johnson. He made quick work of that one. He's got a quick shot as well. Johnson with 3. Good job of Dre Daniels, and why not? If you're going to hit it from one side, try the other. There was a little heat check right there, 12-9. Titans down by 3 with the possession. There was a good idea, but when you got those big redwoods down there,
yes,
hard to get through the big trees.
Well, and they have active hands. They're athletic kids. I mean, the speed of the athlete in this game is you're going to get to be real. Talk about sure and maybe passes, you know.
Number 3 with the 3, Jalen Thompson. He might be 6'5", but he just scored a 3 from the top of the key that time. 15-9, the largest lead of the game for the Firebirds. Firebirds coming in, and there's another. We saw that a couple of times today, Coach. That 3 ball from the corner off of the glass. The bank is open.
Man alive.
Making the deposit and making it a 3-point game.
These teams can shoot a little, Sean.
Little bits. They are fired up. It's almost 9 o'clock, but you would think these guys just kind of woke up and kind of getting going. About 1 in the afternoon. They are ready. They are fired up here for Showcase 30. There's Dash Johnson. Kind of stretching it out a little bit. Little arm bar. No foul called. Letting that go as they have for the most part of the day. We saw Blankenship get that a couple of times. There's Zeke Brown using his athleticism to try to get a shot off. He doesn't get it off, but what he does get is a trip to the free throw line. He draws a foul.
He's pretty good. Got a natural knack for drawing fouls, doesn't he?
He's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's.
Coach, what is it with all these sophomores that we've seen today? Just ridiculous. They play like they're, I don't know, like seventh-year seniors in college with that court awareness and just the ball smarts.
I agree.
It's ridiculous.
Check
their birth certificates. Zeke Brown, I did see him. He drove himself. He's got a minivan, a wife, and 4 kids. So I don't know if he's really a sophomore or not.
Nice cut.
Wesley Edison into the game. There was a good look by Thompson. Tried to get it off for the buzzer. But 15 to 12, 3 points separate these two teams. And I have a feeling, partner, that we are in for a pretty tight one the rest of the way.
We're in for a treat is what we're in for, I think.
We absolutely are. What a great way to end. Big number 30. 30 is where we are. Showcase number 30, and you are watching it live only on 810varsity.com. Back with you here live at Lee Summit West High School. Showcase number 30. Number 30, first one all the way back in 2015. Glad you're with us here to celebrate. Number 30. And that's a get-right basket again, 15 to 14.
That kid's got a stroke.
My gosh, it's ridiculous. Raw athletic ability. Ray Daniels pops one, gets that one to fall. Lids are coming off of the buckets.
Free State is going to have to figure out how they're going to handle that ball screen.
Both teams shooting over 50% from the field. That was going to take it. Yeah, they're going to have to call that one. That was a little ambitious, I think. I think they're going to get David Mayo on the foul there. I believe that's his first. But that's going to be the 5th team foul against the Titans. Only one team foul against the visiting Firebirds.
The hometown refs are not helping them out tonight, are they?
It's supposed to work the other way, right?
Yeah.
Not so much tonight. Dre Daniels being pressured.
Oh, what
a fantastic hustle both ways, Coach. How about that? A lot to unpack on that one, but hats off to Tavion Sims. Tavion Sims comes out of nowhere to forces the steal. He's on his back, trying to get it to someone so he doesn't get the travel called. Little ricochet out of bounds, and somehow, through all of that, it stays with possession for the Firebirds.
Gosh. Was he not on that ball like a...
What was that?
Like a freaking Bobcat. Gee, many Christmas. Say, if you're a coach, you got to love that type of hustle.
Don't you, though? Watch that all day. Couple of substitutions. Dash Johnson going to sit a spell, as is Jalen Thompson. Yeah, and that one, again, probably just a little bit too aggressive. Right idea by Tavion Sims. But what you cannot do, and they placed such an emphasis over the last year or so, you cannot impede the progress of the ball handler. You can kind of get in the way, but when you start touching and grabbing, they're going to call a foul every time.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of muscle going down there in the paint.
Nice pass. Great vision. I'll tell you what, this thing has the feel of an NBA playoff game.
Doesn't it, though?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not even paying attention to the score half the time. I'm just watching these two teams go to battle. But I always want to point out, the first thing you saw when you saw number 3 for the Titans hit the deck, and that's Josh Salinas, there were 2 Firebird players right there with an extended hand to offer him a hand up.
That's exactly, you got to like that.
Love to see that. I'll call that out every single time. For those kids of you watching, listening to us, that's something that, you know what, you can learn that. I mean, it's just not something that everybody does, but it's something that can set you apart from everybody else. Well done to those 2 young men. 17-16, 6.5 to play before halftime. Tay Daniels was upset about something. He called for a little bit of help. That's Corbin Dowdle, beg your pardon. Here's Brown. He just got a fluidity to him.
Oh, he does.
Again, talk about the quick twitch.
Slid that foot on the spin move. I guess
so.
And this is where you can tell the upper levels of basketball. Are you able to function at a higher rate of speed? All these kids out here are playing at such a high rate of speed. You know what I mean? That's where people find their limits.
Right.
You know? I think I could have gone to the NBA, but I couldn't play that fast.
Well, I'm just thinking, when I do my Sunday chores with the vacuum cleaner, I just got to slow down because I can't go too darn fast, Coach. I know my limits, especially after today. We've been out here all day. It's been a treat to be here, and thank you for being with us here on 18 Varsity.
Gosh.
My goodness
Wouldn't miss it
sakes.
for the world.
Bryce Mitchell, 6'6", 11". He's one of those players, again, that knows how to use his body the right way.
Yes, he does. That's a good point. Very good point.
DJ Childs back into the game. He's just a sophomore, big 6'4" sophomore. Nice drive.
Pass.
How does Brown get that up underneath? Somehow, come on now. Zeke Brown.
Jeez Louise.
Saves that possession. Couple of missed shots.
That's great help defense.
How did that happen? DJ Childs. I mean, talk about Childs' play. He just somehow, he was like a helicopter, floated in the air and just sort of pickpocketed that one out. Going the other way, here come the Firebirds. Up by 1, 17-16. Less than 5 before halftime.
I tell you, that was evidence just great coaching. I mean, that kid was in the exact spot he was supposed to be at when the ball was on the other side of the floor, and he was right there ready to make a play. So, well done being in your proper help position.
Give a special shout out to Performance Glass. Our great sponsor for some of our treats and eats. Great glass company out of Linwood, Kansas.
Nice pass.
Oh, wasn't it kind of a... That's one of those rare times, Coach, that one-handed kind of that hook pass kind of works.
Oh, for sure.
So we'll
100%.
We're going to give him a pass. The official 18 Varsity pass on that one. Pass for the pass.
Well played. You're exactly right. I tell you, even he saw that thing open up so quickly, just dropped it to him.
Oh.
Yeah, that was nice.
Back up top, Tay Daniels will set up the offense. Coach, there's no question that the offensive philosophy, I think Dre Daniels a little bit upset there, letting his teammate know. Teachable moment between teammates. Chaz Watson, been a little bit quiet. He started out hot like fire, and there he is. Right on cue, Mr. Watson.
Tell you what, you're going to have to know where that kid is all the time.
And off the foot of Dre Daniels. Coming the other way. Here come the Titans looking to add to that 2-point lead. Are they going to do it? There they do. And a huge three by Logan Bishop. The 6'3" junior makes it a 5-point lead, the biggest margin for either team in this contest. 4:04 before halftime, and you were watching it live only on 810varsity.com. We're right back with you, 22-17. Less than half of the quarter remains of quarter number 2.
Comes the back cut. Whoa, my. There you go.
Hello, little nod to Blue Valley North. They're going to say, was that a foul? Indeed it is.
They were starting to set that same play up again. Run him off that double screen. Make the flow come this way. Reverse pivot, back cut. They almost had it.
Almost indeed. There's Will Milneck. All is 6'8". Will Milneck. Second shot. He's got, I guess when you're 6'8", you don't necessarily have to have a lot of arc.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there was that.
Will takes advantage of those that geometry there. Oh, beautiful. I thought he was just going to catch that midair and put it back up.
I tell you, you do see some of the college teams run that set and throw an alley-oop dunk on it.
Right.
It's the exact same set.
Waiting for the screen, kicks it over to the right side. Little dribble drive, baseline pass. Could have taken the shot, but he saw the teammate underneath the basket. Goes up. He's at the charity stripe. Let's see what. It's going to be the second foul. First shot by Childs is good. Childs coming off the bench, the 6'4" sophomore. He has certainly been impressive. He's another one of those players, those fast twitch players.
Oh yeah,
just oozes athleticism. Oh, look at that hustle. Matt Williams. There's a scrum on the floor.
Gosh, I tell you what, these guys are fun to watch.
Aren't they, though?
They are competing hard.
Yes, there's 5 points that separate them. At the end of the day, that's what really counts. Who's going to have the most points when that final whistle blows? But if you didn't know the score, you would have thought that, we're tied up at 15. They're both playing. They're just balling out.
Yes, they are.
There's Zeke Brown. Pulls it back up, left side. Tay
Nice
Daniels.
pass.
Look at Tay Daniels with an even better block.
I don't think he can believe that thing got blocked.
Right.
You know,
he did what he was supposed to. He got it. He kept it in the air and just put it up.
And he got off the ground, too.
Most of the time, I'm sure that doesn't happen to him.
I guarantee. Because it wasn't like he just lollygagged up in the air. He hopped up there, too.
Pretty textbook.
Gee,
that'll make him a better player. I guarantee he's going to be practicing that this coming week. 5 points separate the two. 23-18. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the second quarter. A little around the world passing here by the Titans. Left side. That one's a little bit too strong for Watson. Here come the Firebirds. Trey Daniels back into the contest, switches his dribble. Little step back, no foul. Gonna say that one was tipped. Clean block by Chaz Watson. Watson's got a lane. Tries to kind of get that pass underneath to Matt Williams. Loses the handle. Here comes number 10. That is Wesley Edison.
Jeez,
Wesley Edison is 6'4". I don't know if he plays football, but they need to get him on the team over there at Lawrence Free State. Wesley Edison.
Tell you, as fast and as hard as he was going, he made that Euro step look pretty smooth.
It reminds me of Caden Fish out of, not just because of the hair, but Caden Fish out of Staley. He's kind of got that same body type. He's not quite as big as.
Yeah, you're
Caden
right, though. I
Fish.
take you imagine him being a D end or something?
100%.
Or a tight end?
He's just one of those players that just loves to hit people.
I think he does.
Like one of those mean linebackers.
Yeah, he's aggressive.
4 points. Separate the two, 23-19, just over 2 minutes to play. Titans with a chance to increase their lead. Long cross-court pass.
Yeah, moving screen, trying to hold him in on the skip.
A good call by the official. Some of the top officials here in Missouri. Fortunate to be a part of the showcase number 30. Back into the contest, Dash Johnson, the 5'10 junior. He had a couple of big shots in that second quarter. The offense of the Firebirds been a little bit stagnant here in the last 2.5 minutes.
Helter skelter is
well said.
Man alive.
Look at that. And they're clean. They're not impeding the progress. No hand checks.
Nice pass.
That right there was textbook.
Yes.
Great awareness. And Brown's got to be ready for that pass as well. Coast to coast. He goes up. He's going to draw the foul. Doesn't get the shot to go. But Josh Salinas. Salinas been a little bit quiet offensively.
Do you think they're going to be able to keep up this pace?
I don't know how. Look, Coach, I'm just thinking, we're a minute and 22 away from halftime. I'm just kind of thinking, where can I go take a nap? I mean, I'm watching these guys. I need a break. Goodness sakes. And that's not to disparage any of the teams that we've seen, but this is just a different style of play between these two squads.
Yes.
And you look at it, oftentimes you'll see that, their hands are on their hips and they're out of breath. No, not these guys.
No.
Not even close. 25-21, 122. 9 team fouls against the Titans. 5 team fouls against the visiting Firebirds. Here comes Wesley Edison. Bringing it up. No pressure on him. Waiting for a little bit of help up top. Dash John out. He kind of waves him off. Maybe trying for a little clear out here. Finds to the right corner. Jalen Thompson. No good. Rebound. Goes to Matt Williams. Here comes Chaz Watson. And Watson.
Oh, my. Okay.
Called that one as a clean block. Possession arrow is going to keep the ball in favor of the Titans. Logan Bishop is going to go in for Tavion Sims. Less than a minute to play before halftime. 25-21. Williams back up top. Titans in no hurry. Going to play a little keep away, run a little bit of time off the clock. Going to get a kind of an early start on halftime, it looks like. But no pressure being applied by Free State. 33, 32, 31 seconds. Playing for the last shot with over a minute to play in the the second quarter. Interesting. Coach Collins shouting out some instruction. 15 seconds. Certainly no hurry by either team. And now we have some movement. 10 seconds left before halftime. Left side, Josh Salinas back up top to Logan Bishop for 3. You have the sense that maybe he was lining up his shot.
I think that whole time.
Logan Bishop with a huge three to close out the first half of play. And his Titans are up 28-21 over the visiting Firebirds of Lawrence Free State. We're going to step away for a couple of minutes. Be right back with some halftime stats and more right here. Showcase 30 from Lee Summit West High School, home of the Titans. You're watching it live only on 810varsity.com. Welcome back to Lee Summit West High School, home of the Titans. Some first half stats so far for the Firebirds out of Lawrence Free State. Dre Daniels with a couple. Jalen Thompson with 3. Tay Daniels with 2. Wesley Edison with 1. Dash Johnson with 3. Zeke Brown with 7 to lead all Firebird scorers. And Will Milneck with 3. For the home team, the Titans, Chaz Watson leading all scorers with 16. 16 quiet points. I looked at that, I thought, did he really have that many? But going back, you can kind of see it. Josh Salinas with 3, DJ Childs with 1, and Logan Bishop with 8. Moments away from the start of quarter number 3. 7 points separate these two teams, 28-21 before the break. And no changes during halftime, so here we are again.
For the third straight time.
For the third time here in the 3 games that we've been on this evening. It's amazing how that happens.
What are the chances? All right, here we go. Nice back cut.
There's Zeke Brown. He has a waiting and open Tay Daniels. Back up top, feeding inside. Coach, you called it. That's what kind of we talked about. That's what they probably need to do a little bit more of.
Yeah, that high-low is so difficult to defend because it takes help side completely out of the equation. And it's just 2 guys, mano a mano, about 6 feet from the basket. So
3 by Salinas doesn't go. Here come the Firebirds. They've already cut the lead down to 5. There's Daniels. Tay Daniels being guarded by DJ Chaz Watson. And how impressive has Watson been defensively?
Tay, they are doing a great job getting out in the passing lanes, stretching the offense. God, they are just making life. They're making it difficult for them to run their stuff right now.
Dre Daniels. One thing we haven't seen a lot of are kind of those off-ball screens to get that guy open for the Firebirds. Like you said, I mean, this is tough going right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of screening action going on at all.
Matt Williams comes up after the deflection. Here are the Titans. Josh Salinas works it all the way down. Passes it in to David Mayo. Mayo's had some great looks at the basket. Hasn't had any points to show for it. It's going to be the first foul. Let me get on that. Are they going to get, or excuse me, I think we might get Daniels on that one. First one for Mayo. Nothing but. That's his first point of this contest. Makes it 29-23.
So many times you're talking to your kids at halftime about making sure those first 2 or 3 minutes of the third quarter, you know, you're establishing the tone, you're establishing your defense and all that, the aggressiveness again. And I tell you what, Lee Summit West certainly has done that. They are pushing them out farther away from the basket on their defense. Doing a really nice job.
Dre Daniels back up top to Zeke Brown. Wanted to drive to his left. Says, you know what, I'll go back to my right. I'm going to hand it off to the big guy underneath. Wow. And he finishes it off. Will Milneck,
well
all
played.
4 of the Firebird points in this second half.
What a nice little pass that was. Good finish.
Deflection going to stay in possession of the Titans. 30-25, just under 6 in the third. Largely the same defensive look by both teams as they exited the first half. How about that athletic play? David Mayo, he floats in the air. Floats like a butterfly. tries to sting the Firebirds with that putback.
Well, I tell you, it's again that we've said it a number of times. I have offensive rebounds. You know, get you buckets and fouls.
Especially in that last game, the Blue Valley North Mustangs having their way with the girls here. Yeah, rebounds. I don't know what the total was. I have to go back and look tomorrow, but
it was at least
2-1. 2-1.
They may have had more offensive rebounds than they did defensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 5 points, a little bit slower of a pace to get things going in the
There's
third.
the back cut again. Uh-oh.
He had Zeke Brown, but, I guess you go to old reliable, at least so far in the third. He was looking for a foul, didn't get one.
Oh, my goodness.
How does that
The roof's going to come off. Boom.
Logan Bishop. Going to go ahead and try it again. Why not? Can't get that one to go. He's going to have a third chance. Not so much on this possession.
I tell you what, and that big kid from Free State, he did a good job. I mean, your job in the post would be low, slow, and under control, and he just wasn't able to finish there on the left side.
Yeah, he had a good look. Will Milneck, 4 points in the second half. Here's Brown, making his own shot. Dribble drive, up and in, gets the roll.
You can tell he's going to be a really good scorer. He just has a knack for getting himself some space.
Sure.
He's got great touch on the ball.
6'3", only a sophomore. Zeke Brown. Chaz Watson goes left. He says, that's close. I'm going to go around to the right side. Can't get that one to go. Rebound, Firebirds. Here comes Daniels. Pushing it up. A little bit faster pace. And he passes it to the waiting hands of Josh Salinas. Salinas turns around. Falls down. Little reprieve for Dre Daniels. Right side, a little bit off the mark. And the Titans, the big rebound. That was pretty close right there. Went over and back. They're going to call foul. I think they will.
Yeah, they
Tate
did.
Daniels.
I think they may have bailed him out on that a little bit.
Right.
That's why it's so important. You don't want to make a lot of passes when your feet are in the air. You know what I mean? Just from a
Sure. Not a good thing. Yeah, that's not a good look.
not a great idea.
I love the animated coach over on the far side. He is fit to be tied.
On just about every play. I tell you, he's gonna get some good rest tonight, I think.
Can we get Lee Summit West and Baser Linwood as a matchup next year? Watch those two. You know what? The players are spectacular, but hey, I'm just going to sit back and watch the coaches. Boy.
Yeah, they're coaching their tails off, aren't they?
David Mayo makes that one, and he makes it a 5-point advantage. 32-27 with 4:20 left in the third quarter. Dre Daniels being pressured by Tavion Sims, who's checked back into the game. And Sims, 5'7" sophomore, has really been a lot of trouble. Now, didn't we just talk about Will Milneck down underneath?
Yes, that was a wonderful. What a great luxury that is to have your big be able to step out there and knock down shots.
Look at that. There's a little trash talking underneath there. That's David Mayo. All 4 of David Mayo's points have come here in the third quarter. Just when the Firebirds start to make a little move, like right there, cutting it to 3.
That was a tough jump shot right there.
34-31. Exactly right, and there's one of those ticky-tack fouls. You see the Reese Rader coming up from the truck, doing a little housekeeping here. Of course, looking forward to have Reese Rader on a future broadcast. She just kind of shushes me away. Not sure what she's doing there. She's trying to cut through that zip tie the same way that Chaz Watson is trying to cut through the defense of the Firebirds. Watson's been scoreless here in the third quarter, but he had good luck in the first. Another 3-ball, that one in and out. Another really good look. That Logan Bishop, coach, is one of those natural shooters.
Yes, he is. My goodness.
How did that even happen? A little bit too ambitious of a pass. Going to go out of bounds back in favor of the Firebirds. 3:05 in the third, 34-31. 3 points separate the two.
I'm not sure, but I think I felt a breeze that they generated from the last 2 or 3 possessions getting up and down the floor.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe that was. I did have chili for lunch, but that's a whole other deal. Let's not even go there. I won't mention that at all. How about Daniels?
There we go. Oh, my
Can't get that one a little bit off the mark. He's yet to really kind of find his stroke in this one. Here's Chaz Watson. Backs it out a little bit. Gets it over to Sims. Sims down in the right corner. Nice little pass inside to Mitchell. Turn around, and he gets the roll.
That is what you call a whirling dervish right there. He spun him 2 or 3 different ways and was able to get a little space and make a nice little shot there in the lane.
Bryce Mitchell. Oh. Not sure what's going on, but we may have a fan being a little bit too verbally aggressive. And I think the official had enough, decided to blow the whistle. Now the great athletic director here of Lee Summit West is going to go up and have some words of reflection of sorts. We will see here, but well done by the officials. They are human just like the rest of us. As an official myself, I understand the pressures and the stress they're under. The last thing they need is somebody hollering at them from the rooftops, telling them how bad they are. That's a quick foul. Let me ask you this, Coach. Your long storied coaching career, has there ever been a time or a parent has yelled something at an official and had that official look back up and say, you know what? You're right. I'm going to change the call. I was pretty critical of one of the teams this morning, and a great look. Dash Johnson, that's a get-right bucket for him. He had gone cold after scoring 3 in the first quarter, but that was a pure shot all the way back to a 2-point game, 36-34. And the fan is being escorted out off the property by Lee Summit's finest. Not something to celebrate, but something I appreciate.
Yeah, to your question, strangely enough, that never happened.
Imagine that. I haven't coached at the level you have, but that's one thing that I always look at that.
That was a tough shot.
Corbin Dowdle. Hello, Corbin. Making his presence felt, getting some good minutes here in the waning moments of the third period, and he has tied this one up 3 dozen apiece.
You'd think at the pace of this thing, we would be looking at a 70 or 80 point night.
Right. Yeah, we're not even a 40. I'm not sure how that's possible. But there's just been some great defensive play by both of these squads. Corbin Dowdle is a 5'10 sophomore. And there's Dowdle. He's got some handles. Look at him spin. He's like the Cuisinart. Dowdle used all of his 5'10" frame to his advantage, and Dowdle single-handedly gives the Firebirds the lead. 1:03 left in the third, 38-36. Take a break to wet my whistle. But how about Will Dowdle? Corbin. There's Will Milneck, but there's Corbin Dowdle. I really hope I'm saying his name right. All I can say this, folks, if I'm saying it correctly, my name is Sean Brewer. If that is incorrect, if I'm mispronouncing it, my name is Coach Jeff Walton, and we'll be right back. Final minute of quarter number 3, 38-36. Lawrence Free State has fought back tooth and nail to reclaim the lead. Let's see what the Titans decide to do with the final 45 seconds of this quarter. Well, passing it around up top. Logan Bishop, you know he likes to take the three. Tavion Sims, the 5'7" sophomore. Josh Salinas. He's playing a little keep away up top. Less than 30 to play. Try to get it inside. Little in and out action. Salinas cuts through. Is he going to get the roll? No. But what he does get is a little help from Bryce Mitchell on the offensive rebound to tie this sucker up at 38. Let's see what Mr. Dowdle, Corbin Dowdle, and the Firebirds decide to do here in the last 7, 6, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Is there a... Who are they going to get? Coach, I'm not sure who they got that one on.
I don't either.
Was that? I think it might have been on Logan Bishop. Might have got just a little bit too handsy. 2 seconds even to go.
It's got to be quick.
See, kind of one of those quasi over the backboard passes. Well, there goes 0.4 seconds off of the clock. They're going to do it again, this time from the side, just beyond the court. The official's trying to tell him where to go. Dash Johnson does oblige. See what they can do. It's going to have to be quick for Brown. Ooh. Almost. That had a chance. Talk about trying to will a basket in. That was Zeke Brown.
Man alive.
You know, we ended the halftime with a score of 28-21. We're here at the end of 3, 38 all. What a testament to these Firebirds coming in on the road all the way from Lawrence, Kansas. Not a quick and easy drive, but they are just going toe-to-toe one of the top teams in the metro area.
And doing it at midnight.
Doing it at midnight. Indeed it is. 9:38 on my watch. I'll also tell you that it's 44 degrees, low 28 and a high of 52 today.
Don't you love those? Your watch can give you all of that data.
You know what else it does that's kind of ticking me off? It says, hey, check your rings. Why haven't you been moving enough? What's going on, Sean?
You've got your stand goal, though, today, I bet.
Oh, I've hit all 3, 2 or 3 times over. But I found out about a year ago that I could get rid of that if I just lower it down. Instead of 1,000 calories, it's going to go to like to 200. I can usually.
Oh. I tell you, your self-esteem just shot through the roof.
Yes, wow! I just got out of bed, took a shower, and I've crushed all 3. I like that.
Oh, that's
instant
great.
Gratification. 38 all, 8 minutes to play in regulation. Logan Bishop inbounds it to Josh Salinas. Salinas has been super impressive. Yeah, it's probably right there, just a little bit shallow on the pass. But how about that fight? DJ Childs underneath, kicks it over to, that's Chaz Watson with the shot, and another offensive rebound. That one, I believe, is going to go the other way. It does.
Seen that set play many times against the zone. That certainly is one that they are probably looking to throw him an alley-oop dunk, but nonetheless, he was smart. He caught it and came back down with it to go back up
That's
to score.
That's a good point. He didn't try to make something out of nothing.
Very smart play.
Tay Daniels, Zeke Brown, and just like they started the third quarter, they're going back to the well, or should I say the Will Milnick, underneath with a bucket. All of his points have come in the second half.
My goodness, they're letting them play.
Aren't they, though? Josh Salinas cannot get, and right now the Titans, even if they dropped money from the heavens right at midcourt and offered it to the basketball gods, could not buy a basket.
I will say they're not making the zone move. I mean, they're passing it around. I mean, zone defenses are beat off the dribble with dribble penetration. The zone is not having to move or get distorted or anything like that. You know what I mean? So
I like that. Yeah, that's a great point. You make us all smarter, Coach.
Yeah.
Speaking of Coach Jeff Walton, I understand that you've got a new title.
Uh-oh.
A little birdie has told me that you are now
a birdie.
A little birdie. You like what I did there?
I see that. I like the
Birdie,
wordplay.
the new head coach of golf, boys and girls, or how does that work over at North?
Well, the girls are in the fall, and I assist the wonderful Richard Sula with the girls, and I am in charge of the boys.
Very nice.
I'm bringing in an interesting theory. It's going to be swing hard in case you hit it. That's going to be the prevailing principle behind our golf instruction.
I don't mind that. Hey, I can appreciate that. Not exactly a scratch golfer, but I can, hope to heck to hit it. Coach over there, he is pacing the sideline. You see him. And and I say this with all due respect, and I mean nothing derogatory about it. It's, from our vantage point, it looks like kind of like a pouty kid. He's like storming back as he didn't get the lollipop or something, but that's just how it looks from here. And what a great coach he is, clearly. One of the top teams.
Great hustle play there.
Ooh, almost a little ticky-tack foul by Brown. 3-ball, and it's good. Chaz Watson gets the scoring going again for the Titans. That's Watson's first points of the second half. Coming at the 6:08 mark of the fourth quarter, he's got 19.
That kid has got a beautiful stroke. He gets his feet set.
Only a junior.
That is something. That kid getting knocked like he did, that is something.
This Lee Summit West team loaded with underclass talent.
Oh, they are
and another great hustle play. Yeah, they're going to have to blow the whistle at some point just to keep it under control, and we've got an injured Titan. Looks like he might rub a little dirt on it and get right back up. I think the official's saying, yeah, you might want to take just a breather on this one. Yeah, I think you will. And, of course, anytime that if there's some blood or anything on the court, they're going to make sure that they get the proper attention. All the trainers doing a great job. Little frustration slap at the scores table. I think the officials would have seen that.
Yeah, but they're letting them play a little too much right now. I mean,
aren't they?
Yeah, I mean,
that last one was getting a little too chippy and tuggy and pushy.
That's got to be a charge.
When I saw it, I see him in midair coming down, and I think they're going to get a blocking foul on that.
I think he's got. I mean, that's player control. Well, I don't know. Never mind. I think it's the hardest call to make. And
yeah,
but I tell you what, that kid's head whipped. That was player control, I think. But
left corner three. That one's tipped just enough. Huge offensive rebound by Milnick. What a star he's been here in the second half. He makes that one up. So they're going to get the basket counts after the basket. Then they call the foul. Open for debate.
The strange sound you all are hearing is the scratching our heads.
That empty noise that you hear from that's what's going on. But again, we're talking about one call that may have gone the other way. Who knows? But this officiating crew on this game, and quite frankly, and I'm not saying this just because I'm a fellow official to certainly a lower degree than these professionals are, but all day long, the officials that have come through have just truly done a remarkable job.
Yeah, they've been really good.
When they hear that Showcase is coming to town, everybody lines up.
Oh, my goodness.
Zeke Brown, what's he going to do? Is he going to take it himself? Now that's that good foul that you're talking about.
Yep, do not let that ball get to the backboard.
That was a clean foul. Nothing malicious about that.
The pass over here that led to the turnover was a very slow, telegraphed cross-court pass. That's difficult to do that against a team of average athleticism, but if you got a bunch of guys out here that can flat run.
Amen to that.
You know what I mean? So we love skip passes against zones, but they have got to be two-hand overhead, and they have got to have a little bit of mustard on them to make sure they get there.
Speaking of mustard, Zeke Brown has shown he's got a little bit of mustard in his step. He has been balling out all game long. And he just put his team back up by 4, 45-41. 5 minutes to play in regulation. There's Logan Bishop and the Titans trying to answer offensively. They have gone cold in the second half. Come out of halftime with 28. They've only got 41 so far in a quarter and a half. And a turnover. Can they capitalize? No goaltend on that one. That's just a good old block, folks. Have to watch that on replay.
Nicely
and
done.
I know they're going to probably look at a. Yeah,
I don't think so. He was going for the ball. That's just two really explosive athletes going towards the backboard. They're not going to just roll over.
I was worried that Mr. Salinas is going to come over there and try to protect his teammate. Might get into a little something. But I'm glad it was nothing. See too many of those.
Yes.
First shot is good.
Tell you what, he has got a beautiful stroke.
Doesn't he, though? He's got 20 also.
Golly.
3 points separate the two teams. Second one is up. Nothing but. Make it 21. Blackjack for Chaz Watson. Here comes Daniels. Tay, to be specific. Right side, and he is being pestered by Chaz Watson.
Yeah, what a great job of leveling off the ball handler. I tell you what, that's the way to sprint out and get in front of it and turn it.
The right way, and he wasn't grabby or pushy.
Or riding him down the sideline.
Right. That's how you get those ticky-tack fouls called. Milnak looking to drop step perhaps. Kicks it back out top to Zeke Brown. He's going to come and set that screen, roll off. He was right there for it, but I guess Zeke says he's got a good enough look. That was a strong shot.
Well, that kid's going to be something.
Only a sophomore. So many underclass, phenomenal players. Here's Logan Bishop. Up on top, gets it over to Salinas. Trying to work it inside. That one's trouble. And that will be, because I don't think it was touched. I don't think Daniels touched that ball.
No, that's the correct call. The thing is, they are leaving the middle of the floor open. They are able to get the ball to the high post with great regularity, but they're not punishing them for it.
Right. That's
you know what I mean? I mean, you have
great observation.
You have to get the ball to the high post, and when you do, you got to be able to do something with it.
Do something. Make a move.
Yeah,
make the defense adjust somehow.
I think a good move might be put your absolute best shooter in that spot. You know, put Zero in there and let him catch it, and he'll turn and hit that shot. You know,
why not?
10 out of 10.
I like that. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, yeah.
4 points, 47-43, 3.5 to play in regulation.
And then if they do come up and get him, now you got a quick guy being guarded by a longer, slower guy, and he can get the ball to the backboard.
Longer, slower guy. Can certainly relate to that. Wesley Edison back into the game. Edison, little give and go. There's Zeke Brown. Thought better of it. Gets it over to Dash Johnson. And the left wing. Johnson turns it around. Runs into some trouble. Loses a handle on it. Going the other way. Here come the Titans.
Nice pass.
And that one. And that was a good play. He wanted to really hammer it down.
Did.
But then he realized he's not quite got the ups. He was a little out of position, but he just finished it off.
Yeah, very smart.
Good for DJ Childs. I have a full timeout for Coach Sharon Collins as they regroup. Firebirds coming in all the way down from Lawrence, Kansas. Lead by 2, 47-45. 2:49 left in this one, and you're watching Showcase number 30. Only on 810varsity.com. 2:45 to settle the score on this one. 47-45. 17 fouls for both the Firebirds and the Titans. Firebirds with the possession. Daniels works it in to Jalen Thompson.
That was a great recovery there. That should have been a travel all day. Nicely done.
Dash Johnson. That's a good that's a hard shot to take, but that was smart because he knew he was in position where you probably get that foul called. Jalen Thompson using his 6'5", easy for me to say, framed his advantage.
Well, I know he's doing exactly what he was coached to do. He's coached to wall him up. You know, you wall him up with two hands. You don't foul. He's probably there going, gosh, I did what I was supposed to do. Or at least thought he did what he was supposed to do.
48-45. How big are free throws? Last 2 minutes and 25 seconds. I know it's cliche and, quote, every point counts, but certainly now more so than ever. Thompson misses the second. Still a three-point advantage for the Firebirds. Josh Salinas bringing it up. Salinas, I think he's looking for a certain set. He's a little frustrated, I think, at his teammates right now. But he's just going to give it up to Bishop. And Logan Bishop, for the first time this half, has drained a three. He had a couple of quick threes toward the end of the first half. Been relatively quiet since. Oh, they're going to get a 5-second call. That one's going to go against Zeke Brown.
And the coach was over there. I think he was yelling at him, telling him, gotta go, gotta go.
Yeah, and I think he knew it too. I think he was waiting for things to set up a little bit too much, too long. We're all tied up at 48, less than 2 minutes to play. Titans have the ball, trying to defend their home turf, or their home court, if you will. A lot of time, and we kind of saw this towards the end of the first half.
You know, they might pull him out and say, you're going to have to guard this man.
At some point, I would think in around a minute, you got to have just a little bit of the cushion, and when it's a little bit different if you're up by one or two. Let's play a little keep away. And here comes a little bit of little pressure by Daniels. 103. I think they're looking for a 5-second call. No call on that one, despite Sharon Collins insisting that it was.
Yikes.
Not sure that both had possession, or that Titans had possession of that. I think Shaz Watson doing a little bit of lobbying to the officials. Don't go anywhere, folks. Tied up at 48, 5.5 on the clock. Bryce Mitchell at the line, makes the first. And puts the Titans back in the lead since the 4:02 mark of quarter number 3. Second one is up. Gets the roll. That one's in as well. Bryce Mitchell with 4 points total, no bigger than those last two. Firebirds trying to get something offensively here. Errant pass, I think they're going to get, that's Bryce Mitchell. I know he didn't agree, but that's the right call underneath. Just a little bit too aggressive. And with the bonus situation, that is going to send big number 33, Will Milnick, to the line. We saw him at the line in the third quarter, made the first, misses the second. Kind of got an unorthodox way about his shot. See what he can do here. He makes the first. Makes it back.
No doubt either.
No doubt. No. Just another day. Just another free throw.
If I miss, we might lose. No problem.
Coach Sharon Collins over there doing some lobbing of his own. Just like in the third quarter, makes one, misses the other. 1 point advantage for the Titans. And a quick foul by Dre Daniels. And that was the one foul, they're still going to be in the 1-and-1. The double bonus will start for both teams on the next foul. 38.5 seconds to play. Josh Salinas at the line, relatively quiet, the point total category in this game, but his presence has been felt in so many other ways. Rams in and out. Rebound to the Firebirds. Long pass left side. Here's Zeke Brown, and he's going to say he traveled. He traveled, got a little over anxious.
I'll tell you what.
He had the step.
He did, and he scored it.
100%.
And he scored it.
31.6 seconds remain.
Keep your head up, young man. That was a nice play. This game's far from over.
1 point separate the two. Right now, the home Titans with a 1 point advantage over the Firebirds. Titans inbound the ball. Some pressure being applied by Daniels. That's Tate Daniels. And they're going to send Josh Salinas to the line again. Salinas was 1 of 2 on his last trip to the stripe. Ten-team fouls have been assessed against Lawrence Free State. And that makes it a 2-point game, 51-49. How big is this next one, Coach?
Tell you what, it is big because at least this way, if they hit 3, then they have to shoot a 3. But
certainly opens up a lot of opportunity defensively to know what you got to guard for.
Yes.
But there's still a lot of time. You could, if time's ticking away, so to speak, get that quick 2. Makes them both. And now that changes the equation quite dramatically. 52-49. The Titans of Lee Summit West, down by as many as 6 points in the second half, have just kind of clawed their way back. They have climbed the mountain here in the Coliseum to lead 52-49. 10-team fouls against Lawrence Free State, 9 against Lee Summit West. Full timeout, and Coach, you're over there. You're Sharon Collins, former All-American. Well, Sharon Collins is over here. Well, let's see. I think the coaches from Lee Summit West are a little bit upset that Sharon Collins is bending the ear of one of the officials. Not sure.
That's Coach Reese. I think Coach Collins is in there in the huddle. I think that's.
He was out there earlier.
Reese, his assistant.
And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah,
that's something you usually don't see.
Well, typically officials, this has been my experience, they don't want to talk to assistants.
That's exactly right. It's sort of like the coach's box. If you're in the coach's box, you're the coach, period.
Right.
And they say if you start the game in the coach's box as an assistant, guess what? You're the coach for that game. And we saw that not sure what was going on right there, but I think the players did a good job of pulling that assistant coach for Lee Summit West back onto the bench where he should have been. 52-49, 21 seconds. Lawrence Free State needing a 3. Right side, Daniels being pressured by Chaz Watson. Back up top, a lot of time ticking away. Dash Johnson loses his footing. I think they're going to get a foul called on Josh Salinas, perhaps.
I tell you honestly, the kid who caught the ball out here on the free throw line extended, he had the best shot at the 3. Coming off the double staggered there, they were going to switch every single one of those screens and have somebody on the shooter. That's a disadvantage when everybody knows you have to have a 3.
So let's see what happens on the first. Now, Coach, here's the question. With 8.6 seconds left, 2 points separate the teams. Do you miss on purpose? 8.6. If it was 2.6, no question.
No, I'd go ahead and make it and then foul him going for a steal, and then still you got plenty of time.
Both. Go ahead, call that last timeout.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
And he does.
You can foul him going for a steal, no time off the clock, right?
Sure.
And they're going to go down there, and you can kind of think you got 1 second per dribble. So let's say they get the rebound. They still got. What are they doing?
We've got some assistant coaches jawing here a little bit. Now, this is interesting. I can't tell you the last time that I saw an assistant coach on a boys' high school team take issue with an official for not calling a coach from the other team to sit back on the bench. The assistant coach.
That's interesting.
Not sure what's going on. Maybe there are some, well, you know what? Even if there were some words, who knows? I mean, there's certain levels of decorum. And, you know, like I said before, Coach, this morning we had an issue with some of the parents here in the stands. It was just, I was reprehensible, some of the language and that they were directing at the officials. And I hope that the administration has a chance to watch that, maybe call out those parents that were not very good ambassadors for the school, and not to mention how it probably made the kids feel.
Yeah, there's usually those kind of folks are probably going to be told you're not welcome back this year.
Yeah, and we've seen at least one person be escorted off the property here after they were jawing at the officials from way up top. That's interesting. But here we are, 8.6. Back at matters at hand. 1 point. Lead for the Titans, 52-51, 8.6. Coach, as you said, look for a real quick foul on the inbounds pass. And there's Watson. He's going to get fouled with 7.4 seconds.
Still plenty of time.
Now, ideally, if you're Lawrence Free State, he's probably not the guy that you want to foul, but, you know, you're really not interested in that right now.
Yeah, good job by Lee Summit West getting the ball to the guy they wanted to have it. You know, that's some coaching in there for sure.
7.4, 1 point. First shot, nothing but. He's made 3 in a row now. Huge free throws. Watson has been just golden at the stripe. Chaz Watson, the 6'3" junior.
Got to set up some kind of a ball screen in the middle of the floor. Run that defender off the ball screen to free up the ball handler for an open 3 if you can.
Watson, that one misses. They've got a chance. 2 points separate, 4 seconds. They got it across half court.
Oh, my.
4.9 seconds, and we know, Coach, that's an eternity.
It is.
In this situation. You're down. Go ahead, Coach.
I'm saying right now, if you're on the road, if I'm them, I'm going for the 3. I'm going for the win.
Right? Why not? Absolutely. This is one of the best teams in the metro area, this Lee Summit West squad. And we got an up-and-coming Lawrence Free State that's been impressive, and they're getting better every week. That's exactly what you try to do, isn't it? You try to set that tone and say, hey, you know what? This is the kind of team we're going to be.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go for the kill right away or as soon as we possibly can. And we're going to have 4.9 seconds to determine potentially, on a 2, who knows, if they have a good look underneath, we may be going to a little bonus time.
I tell you what, I can see all of the action flowing towards the ball and the screener from beside and then throwing over the top to a 3-pointer right over here on the opposite wing.
See what they set up with, and I think they wanted to, and that's a good timeout by Coach Michael Scheiber for Lee Summit West, kind of see what they come out with. See what they come out with. I think he's upset with you. I think he saw you standing up here and said, what's that guy doing? And then he realized that, well, wait, he really meant to direct that to me and said, get the heck out of here. There's that assist. I just don't understand. Okay, now that I think he was just asking for clarification on timeouts.
Yeah, probably. And that's okay. I used to have my assistants always go check with the book and stuff like that.
Absolutely. No problem with that at all.
How many free throws does number 10 hit, or whatever?
Sure. Chaz Watson has been Mr. Free Throw Shooter. Coming up big for the Titans. He's made 4 in a row in the final, He made 4 in a row, and he missed that last one. Given the chance, back to Lawrence Free State, 4.9 seconds, 53-51. Dash Johnson inbound, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Daniels trying to get off a shot. There's Brown. He did not get the shot off in time, but it does not matter. It rims in and out, and the home team prevails. 53-51.
Wow,
Lee's Summit West defeats the visiting Firebirds of Lawrence Free State in a hard-fought battle to wrap up Showcase 30. A-10 Varsity Showcase 30.
Wow.
Coach, again, I think it probably was decided at the end by the defense of the Titans once more.
Yeah, I'd say that. I wasn't. Do you think they got the shot off?
I don't think so.
Or did they wave it off? I couldn't see what the official did. I couldn't see his hands if he waved it off or.
It looked like, from my naked eye at least, that he was a little bit, maybe about a half a second shy of getting it off in time. But yeah, he had a chance.
Yeah, well, it was also, when you think about it, he was coming off his right.
Oh,
and he had to turn and put the ball in his left hand. That's a tough shot for a lefty.
Absolutely it is. But he certainly did a great job to try to give it a chance.
Hey, and you know what? Think about that. They're entrusting a sophomore with the last shot. I mean, that also says something.
The young man's got a bright future, as do so many of the players that we've seen throughout the entire day here at Showcase 30. Congratulations to all the victors. Thank you so much for joining us here on A10Varsity.com. On behalf of Coach Jeff Walton, my name is Sean Brewer. It's been a treat to have you with us, and we hope you'll tune in on the next showcase, which will probably be next year. We got playoff basketball going to be starting pretty soon, but we might be on the air soon.
At Olathe North.
At Olathe North.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Eagles. But more on that. Just keep your eyes on the old Twitter feed or the Face Snap, the Instabook, whatever it is. We'll bring you some updates on that. But what day is that, the 14th? Now,
I'd have to take a double check on that. That's probably about right.
Is the missus going to let you out of the house on Valentine's Day?
Oh, I think so.
You think
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I'll just have her come up and sit with us. It'll be fine.
You know, she would think you and I are just a hoot.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to cause any marriage trouble. She said, I didn't know he was like this. I've known him for so long. But in all honesty, folks, no, it's been a great privilege to be here with you, and thanks for spending some of your Saturday with us. Once again, your final score, 53-50. Lee Summit West defends their home court and defeats the Firebirds out of Lawrence Free State. Until next time, thanks for joining us on A10Varsity.com, and good night.